My name is Gerard Steenkamp. I'm a veterinary surgeon, senior lecturer at the University of Pretoria, and together with a colleague of mine, Dr. Johan Maree, we started the Saving the Survivors project, which basically deals with those rhinos that nobody up till then, which was about 2.5 years ago when we started, was looking after. There's a lot of money going into anti-rhino poaching, which is absolutely crucial, but nobody was actually looking at trying to save those that have survived such a horrific event. And what we've developed over this period of time is a way to cover these defects on the face, to try and cure what we see as the biggest stumbling block. However, in treating these animals, we've also realized that the wounds that we can see are often not the ones that kill them, and therefore we've started research with postgraduate students to try and understand what all the trauma is that these animals are suffering by the time that we actually work with them. And in so doing, we can understand better how to treat them and how to prevent any future complications. When we deal with a patient like this, the first thing obviously is to find out how extensive the trauma is. The face you can see from a distance, but what is important is also to go and see exactly how much of the bone is exposed, how dead is this bone, how much tissue is there, what tissue do we still need to cut away, and then to cover that wound and protect it against maggots, fly strike. That's one of the main problems that we sit with that prevents this wound from healing. It usually takes anything from 9 months to about 12-14 months if we don't have any complications to heal a facial wound like this. But apart from the wound on the face, we will also take blood samples, and there we're going to go and look for parameters that might be high. For instance, an enzyme that gets produced by the muscles to tell us if there's any lasting muscle injury, because we often find with these animals that survive, especially if they've been poached with darts, that they've been lying on the side for a very long time before they woke up, and that can lead to muscle damage on that side. And this is something that is not evident when you start working with them, but within a few weeks post the event that can become a real problem and has been the cause of death of some of these animals. This will be our 10th animal that we will be treating on her face. From the previous 9, unfortunately only one did not make it because of other wounds that she had on her back leg. But as we've started with this more than 2 years ago, we've never lost a rhino due to the facial injuries per se, and we're hoping the same for this one. Yeah, saving the survivors, the motto is we want to try and save every animal that we get to. And often we get confronted with trauma situations that we've never experienced. We don't know if these animals will make it or not. And I think we have to give them a chance. Each and every single animal that we get to deserves a chance. And by doing all the blood tests we're doing, by doing all of the other ancillaries to try and make sure that they will survive, that is the best we can do. If we just went to all of these patients and euthanized them, there would be no hope. But by doing them, by making sure we keep them as comfortable as we can, by learning from them, each and every individual, we will know how better to treat the next one. When we started off with Thandi in 2012, we knew very little of how to treat these facial wounds. In the time since, nearly 3 years, we've learned a lot. A lot of time has gone into research. We've unfortunately had to look at a lot of dead animals and learn from them and see what it is that we can do and how we can do it to improve. And there's been a lot of people along the way that's helped us. It's not just me and Johan. There's been a whole team of people that are willing to contribute, give us their insights, give us their inputs, and ultimately I work on this animal today, but it's because there's been so many people that's not just supported but actually given us information, given us valuable information of how to carry on with this work.